What's up, everybody? This is GoofCon MMA. I'm Dana White, and I support all of this. All right, y'all, let's get right into it. Bobby Green just letting them fly. Bobby, king of the realest of the real green, calling out Khamzat Chimaev for his performance against DDP, calling out Bear DeGidio for being the King Glazer in all of MMA. The King Glazer, not just the Glazer, the King of Kings of Glazers. Bear DeGidio, MMA podcaster, BMX, paintball, skateboardy guy. You know, he's a student of the game, but he has a lot to learn still. And we're going to break down a little bit of Bobby Green, teaching him a little bit of that. So let's get right into it. The clip here starts kind of right off the jump. If you go to the Jaxxon podcast and start the first 15 minutes, Bobby Green goes on an incredible rant. Right, wrong, or indifferent, Mr. Green feels very passionately about Khamzat's fighting style, Bear's defense of Khamzat's performance, and he also feels very strongly about Russian and Dagestani fighting styles in MMA in general, which we're going to dive a little bit more into that. But first things first, we'll just play a little bit of this clip, and we'll get down to it.
Chance to watch the rest of the fights this weekend?
Yeah, I checked out a few of them, but to be honest, not really. I don't watch that many fights, bro, if I'm be honest with you. It's like the season is changing, bro, and maybe you can get this, and maybe you can get this, but you can't because you over there on Arman's side, Mr. Arman. But anyway, what I'm saying is,
Hold on.
no, let him finish. Let me cook. Let me cook.
When he telling the truth.
Let me cook. What I'm saying is like, I'm sorry to say it, but we built this shit. And when I say we, I mean Americans. We built this sport. This is our baby. This is the shit we built. We want to see it go in the right directions. And there's no hate, gentlemen, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's like, yeah, they changing the culture. You know what I mean? They changing the culture. For instance, like, if we was rapping, you know what rap sound like. And so, you ever heard like an Indian dude rap?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You like that?
I like to laugh at it.
Exactly. That's my point. And so my point is that it's like, oh, y'all not really doing it like us, you know? Because it's like, we understand what it is. So when you're doing it, it just feels different. It doesn't feel right.
Bobby, who do you not
I'm
like?
going to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there.
Get off your chest. You have
I'm going to
something
get there.
to say.
It's not I don't like nobody. It's just that it's like, don't make me the bad guy, fucker. You know? Don't make me the bad guy. No, it's like, nah. It's sometimes it's called checking. And checking, if I check you, bro, it's I love you. I'm checking you because it's out of love.
It's
it ain't
culture.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's checking you, but they take it like disrespect.
Right.
That's why I had the problem with Armin when I was like, he sucks or something like that. He was trying to get mad at me because of my opinion. Like, I'm like, bro, you're boring. And so he wanted to check me behind that. That's my opinion. Somebody asked me my opinion. I'm gonna tell him like it is. If you got a problem with it, it is what it is. We cashed it up. We're cool. It's whatever. But what I'm saying is, back to the point is the culture, how it is. Chimaev. That's your boy too.
World champion.
That's your boy too.
Best in the business.
But you gotta go talk to your boy. You gotta tell your boy, hey, what the fuck was that?
Whoa, that was
Khamzat Chimaev, Bear DeGidio, best in the business, numero uno, none greater, Ichiban, number one, Khamzat.
the greatest world championship performances of all time.
I know
That's called absolute dominance, brother.
You're the King Glazer.
When
You're a King Glazer.
You fight for a
That's
belt.
all WS.
You do whatever it
The
takes
King
to
of
win the
Glazers.
belt. Hold
The
up,
King
Bobby.
of Glazers.
I
Would you
got
like my
nothing
crown?
but respect for you.
Here's my crown.
Hey, Bobby, I got nothing but respect for you.
Glazer.
How could you say
Bobby calling him out for being the King Glazer. Bear, definitely a student of the game, definitely respects a lot of these guys, but there is no doubt you got to scream and shout, Bear is the King Glazer. If there is an ultimate Glazer, it is he. He is him. And whether it's with Arman or Khamzat or just a couple of, specifically maybe some of those fellas, they're under the same management, a lot of them. Bear is a big-time Glazer of these guys.
that? He won the belt.
GLAZERs. Bro, no, all right,
He dissected his opponent.
Let me
He did what
cook.
it takes to win, and he did it at the highest level.
Let him cook. It's a game.
This is some shit like this is some
platform.
I know I sound crazy and I know I sound like a hater. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just keeping this shit real, y'all. They said he had like 700 strikes.
Yes, sir.
He had like 700 strikes. I was like, where were they at? Where were they at? You know? So what happened was he was like this.
No.
You know?
He was controlling and still applying offense, so the ref doesn't tell him to get off and say, "You gotta work." You don't want Herb Dean coming over there. You gotta work. That's
Bear is not wrong here. If I'm getting a guy down in a dominant position, whether that's side control, full mount, back control, and I'm maybe working for a submission or my plan is to work for a submission, I'm going to throw pitter-patter punches. I'm going to throw short elbows. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to pantomime that I'm throwing strikes just so that referee does not stand me up and lose that amount of ground control for me. Props to Bear here, too, for standing on the business and just being like, by any means necessary. I've never fought for a UFC world title, and neither has Bear DeGidio, and neither has Bobby Green. So the only one that really has the perspective of that experience would be Khamzat Chimaev in this conversation. Maybe Rampage Jackson and TJ Dillashaw, but they're kind of on the fence about it. They kind of agree and disagree with some certain points. But let me know what you think down below here. Is Bobby Green exactly right? Is Khamzat boring? And I also think a lot of these fighters, if your catchphrase is I kill everybody, people are going to expect you to kind of put that out every single time, you know? If you're Coca-Cola and you say, yeah, my shit's fizzy, if I get your pop and that pop is flat, even if that's one flat pop out of the 12-pack, I'm going to still say your shit was flat on that. And we're going to discuss it, you know, at least slightly.
Amen.
Let's do it this way. You gonna kill me, right? You gonna kill me where? North and South position.
Yeah.
Not North and South. He was in crucifix.
Gotcha, yeah.
In the crucifix position, you know what's up. It's over. It's over. You catch a nigga in the crucifix.
Yeah.
It's over. But what you do? What you do right now?
Dropping elbows.
Okay. He threw 300 punches before he realized, like, it took like 10 minutes where he said, hey, I could throw an elbow in here. He must have hit about 500 of these.
He must have never seen that fight with Gary Goodrich.
And who was that? Who was he fighting? Gary Goodrich was fighting who?
I'm not. Shut up. I'm not going to
Why?
talk. That's my old wrestling coach. Shut up.
No, we just saw him. He was training McKenzie, right?
Was he?
Paul Herrera.
I got love for all my Russian people. It's not that, but hey, it's like the Brazilians get it, bro. The Brazilians got with the tune. Brazilians come and fight. They do their thing. Okay, cool. They got with the tune. All right, the Chinese, they trying to get it together. They'll strike. They'll strike. Okay, they kind of got it too. But then, what's going on with y'all? The way y'all do y'all dance, it's like, that ain't dancing.
Yo, I'm Italian. Why you groom me with them?
You got the beard right now, all right? You got the beard right now.
Shave the mustache. Hey, Chechen Wrestling Club.
You got the beard.
You got to understand something. As a podcast analyst and a fight fan, Bobby, I want to see my people get world championships, and however they got to do to get it, they got to get it.
Glaze them up. Go glaze them up some more. Put a little more glaze on
How's
that.
that glaze?
Put a more glaze. Because this is the thing. You're not telling your homie some real shit, bro. You're not telling your homie like, hey, I know you didn't go tell him like,
You don't think Khamzat Chimaev is one of the most explosive fighters? You don't think he could dismantle anybody?
yes.
If that's
I'm
how
not
he
saying
chose
it.
to
Yes.
fight,
Wait.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
How come you said yes, but you're
I know. I was gonna finish it. I know.
You doing yes, but you're not doing the no.
I know. But yes, but no, this is what you understand. This is the business of entertainment, my nigga. This is the business of entertainment.
Go watch
I come to see a
WWE.
goddamn fight.
If you don't like it, go watch WWE.
I come to see a fight. It's so cool.
I watch every one of your fights my whole
It's
life,
called
Bobby.
fighting.
But he helped.
Somebody go to sleep. Either I'm going to sleep or he going to sleep. It's a fight.
He helped build this sport. What he's saying.
It's
you
a
know what I mean?
fight.
Yeah.
Niggas gotta get here and fight. I bring my homies to see this shit and they be looking at me like, what you... That shit was weak. I'm like, hey, I ruined the night. My bad. It normally be popping. It normally be jumping, but when they fight, it be like...
But Bobby, please. You know Arman, one of the most explosive fighters. He'll dismantle
I'm not
anybody.
saying that.
You know Khamzat, one of the most
saying
explosive fighters.
He is. He's sick.
It's just
Bro,
the technique.
He did one of the dopest things is when he fought back to back. When he did I think it was like 7-8 days to fall back to
Khamzat Chimaev in
I
Dubai
respect
or
all his
Qatar.
shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm explaining, I'm trying to get all my Russian brothers to get the shit is like, stop taking it that way when we saying this shit to y'all. Bro, but this is our shit. And y'all came out here trying to do what we already started. Keep this shit going. Don't turn this shit to that. That's all I'm saying. It's like, that shit, like, all right, We doing a dance, we doing the electric robots, we doing the slides and all that. And then the other guy comes, he's like, what? You know, you're like, what is that? You know, like, that ain't dancing. Like, you know, don't turn it into that, you know?
TJ, what's your opinion?
I see where he's coming from. I seen the sport, like, I'm in the same boat. I see
TJ for sure has to see where he's coming from, a former UFC champion himself. Bobby's a little bit right and he's a little bit wrong. Should you win that belt by any means necessary? Absolutely. Whether you're poking eyes like John Jones or you're greasing up or you're doing whatever you need to do by any means necessary to win. However, we would be lying to say that the reaction of the Khamzat fight, at a Buffalo Wild Wings when the night's winding down, it ain't the same as maybe a Max Holloway fight or a Justin Gaethje fight, even an Ilia Topuria fight. You got people jumping up and down like the Super Bowl. And that Khamzat fight, man, just like for DDP, it was a slow death. If you were out watching that fight at a bar, bro, like, I don't care who you were cheering for. You just wanted some action and some real kind of moments in the fight. And that's not to say that Khamzat didn't do it, but if he does it like this, he's got to expect to have these guys kind of jump on him, especially these old schoolers, man. Now, it's a lot of athletes in MMA. Back in the day, you had a lot of guys that were fighters in MMA. And now that's kind of flipped up and flipped the switch. Back in the day, you could maybe have a guy willing to take one to give one and not really caring about that damage, not caring about that zero on his record as much. And now it's a little more procured and it's a little more finite with the athleticism. Instead of taking one to give one, I'm going to work on my footwork a little more. I'm not even going to get hit. And the fans might not like it, but you know what? I make, 10 grand a fight and I don't like it either. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Bear the King Glazer? Is Khamzat scary or is he scary boring? Is Bobby Green based or is he off base? Later, guys. GoofCon.